What's up? What's up? What's up? Good evening, YouTube. Good evening. Good evening. Man, first off, we want to say, man, happy 50th birthday to the late, great Tupac Shakur, the Machiavelli. You know, one of the greatest hip-hop spitters, one of the greatest writers, one of the GOATs, one of my top three of all time on my list, you know. One of our true revolutionaries, you know what I mean? He was a true artist. He wore so many hats. You can't just put him in one particular realm of what you could name or talk about him as. He wore a lot of different hats, you know what I mean? So, and I was a big fan of Pac. Growing up in Chicago, you know, we rocked Pac from all the way from his Digital Underground days. And then I also lived in California for 9 years, so I got that West Coast. I got them West Coast ties tied into me also. Even though I got some East Coast, I got East Coast ties also. I got a West Coast love always, you know. So man, Pac is definitely one of my top three. You know what I mean? He meant a whole lot from my generation of hip hop heads. He was one of the best writers, one of the best performers, one of the best song he would put a story together and he would give you visuals with his pen, you know. And it's like, man, I don't think these kids nowadays even understand how important of a pioneer he was to this hip hop game, to our people as a whole. The fight he would put on for the rights of our people, you know what I'm saying? He would go hard. He would go hard in the paint for our people, man. And it's like, man, big respect for that brother, man. I understand the East Coast. They got a love for Biggie. It's a coastal thing as far as, you know, who's considered the best. But man, I would take Pac over Biggie any day, skill wise, you know what I mean, and what he meant to our people as a whole. I would take Pac. I'm not taking anything from Biggie, but I would definitely, my taste, I would take Pac. He meant a lot to a lot of people. I definitely remember where I was at when I got the news that Pac was killed, man. I was in Chicago Heights on the block hustling, man. Me and my brother John, one of my best friends, you know, like a brother to me. We was in Chicago Heights hustling, man. I remember it like it was yesterday. Definitely do, man. But it's like, man, to think, like all the stuff he was fighting for the rights, the police brutality, all the bills, the bills he was trying to get pushed through for our people, man. We still in 2021 fight for those same rights to go through now, man. It's like, that's why for these shorties to be out here going at each other's neck and killing each other on a daily basis by the masses, it's so disappointing. It's like, man, y'all don't even understand the severity of what you guys doing, man. How serious it is. How much work y'all doing for our fucking enemy, man. Y'all doing their job. They love seeing us city to city, Chicago, Baltimore, New York, LA, Atlanta. They love seeing us knocking each other's wigs back, man. They love seeing that shit, man. You know what I mean? They seriously love seeing that, because it's like, if we come together, man, we would be so strong, because they are inferior to us. They have an inferior mentality when it comes to us. They fear us on so many levels. That's why they react in a kill manner. First reaction so fast, because they're intimidated. It's sad, man, for us to still be just like playing into the games that they set up for us, man. And I was watching the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury 3 press conference yesterday, and Wilder got up there and told him, it's enough bickering been going on. I don't have a whole lot of words left to say. July 24th, it will be blood. I want to take this man's fucking head off. Mind you, Tyson Fury tried to kill this man in the fucking ring, and he didn't do it alone. You know what I mean? They gave this man tainted water. They poisoned this man basically, and then let this man come in the ring with a fucking foreign object in his glove, to where he put indentations in Wilder's head, man, in his skull. And you have the American press, they wonder why Wilder has nothing to say to them, because you have a known criminal in Tyson Fury, a known drug user in Tyson Fury, a known cheater in Tyson Fury, a known steroid user / cheater to fight in Tyson Fury, a known mental case in Tyson Fury. He doesn't even have a license to fight in his own country right now for using a banned substance. But y'all welcome him over here in the United States and treat him as if he was this great champion in this country, and treat Wilder like he's a fucking second-class citizen in from a third world country, just because of the color of their skin, man. And Wilder told him, I have nothing else to say to you fuckers. You know what I mean? So he gave what's the guy? Barbershop Conversation. He gave them the interview today. And I was listening to these brothers, man, and I'm glad he gave it to a brother. And he like, man, I don't have nothing to say to these motherfuckers, man, because they already against us. They already gonna flip my words. They already done chose. They done put a line in the sand already. We don't even understand how much racism is in the sport of boxing. And it's been like that for centuries, decade after decade after decade. In every fucking race, from white fighters, they have the white audience. They can root for that white fighter and look for this great white hope. And America says nothing. Spanish fighters, they have the Spanish community. They have Cinco de Mayo. All the Mexicans can all come together and root for their Mexican fighters, and that's that Mexican pride. But as soon as black people support their black fighters, we're racist. That's the agenda they push when it comes to us, and we sit back and not come together as a whole and defend that shit, man. That's why they get away with it. You know what I mean? We as a people supposed to be backing Wilder on this one. We supposed to put a line in the sand right now and let this shit be known. This is a king that we pushing for, and we want to see him go in there and demolish this fucking devil, man. That's what we should be rooting for. We should be rooting for this king to go in there and demolish and hurt this fucking devil who tried to fucking kill this king in that fucking ring, and who had the permission from the fucking commissioners to do so. You understand what I'm saying? This is what we should be pushing for. We should be supporting this brother. The other fighters should be supporting this brother. The other black fighters, but you have the Charlo brothers. Race don't matter in the sport of boxing. You two sellout ass, suck ass niggas, man. It's sad because they always they get one or two of us to say some dumb shit like that and use them quotes. This black fighter said black color doesn't matter. They ain't like you fuckers until you said that dumb shit against this man right here. They never like you two little ignorant fuckers. But that's what we do. We let them divide us, and then they divide us. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we, in this country right now, man, it's a war going on, boys. It's a war going on, man. We need to stop. We need to stop attacking and killing each other, man. Because they sit back laughing at us. The Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao fight that's coming up. You see all the stuff that's going on with the Asians and blacks. This Manny Pacquiao, Errol Spence fight. This is another fight against what this country is about. They just went and sat here and passed this Asian bill. A hate crime against Asians. This bill got put on the Congress fucking floor the first time it passes through. The very first time. The very first time. Because you see a few Asians get attacked in the streets. You put a hate bill for the Asians. And mind you, nobody should be hated against because of their race. Nobody. But this bill gets passed in the Congress for the first time, and it's passed something like 256-1. It goes straight through. We have this hate crime bill against blacks. It has been rejected almost 300 times, every single time. The Emmett Till bill, every single time. It's been up almost 300 times. It has never passed through, no matter how many times. We have the Klan killers in open killings that we know were race killings. No matter how many times the police can gun us down, and we know these were racially motivated killings. This bill has not passed through Congress, not one time. You have the LGBTQ whatever community bill, that passed right through. Every bill will get passed right through Congress against any oppression, against every race, creed, or anybody else except for black people. That's the fight we are at in this fucking country, man. But everybody studies saying we need to get over it. Everybody studies saying race doesn't matter any fucking more. Man, anybody that says race doesn't matter anymore in this country, you're a fucking fool. Any black person that says race doesn't matter in this country anymore, you are a bigger fucking fool. And it's sad when you see brothers get on here and try to shit on other brothers who's trying to fight this battle right here, man. That's the sad part right there. When you see brothers that go against other brothers for these devils. When he's trying to step up and put a foot in the door and fight for his people, man. Like Juneteenth. We need some fighters, man. They was talking about it today, like Wilder, Errol Spence, and a Gary Russell Jr. You know what I mean? Juneteenth, like them fighters, man, all on one card, fight for our people, man. Cause it's like, man, every country, man, every race, we got to think about stuff like this. Every race, man, have a flag for their people, man, except for us. Every race has a flag when their fighters come out. Every race has a flag to represent their people and wave that motherfucker and be proud of that motherfucking flag except for us. Except for us. They try to force us to represent that red, white, and blue flag, man. That flag does not represent us, and we're not represented in this country, but you want us to wave and stomp that fucking flag in the ground for what, man? That flag does not represent black men in America, man. So we can't wave that motherfucking flag on our shoulder with pride, man. That's just a reality, man. Like real shit. Like man, we have to remember these things, man. Like Cinco de Mayo and everything, shit, the Mexicans, man, they wave that flag in this country and everybody accepts it. That's their day. It's not a problem. They're just proud Mexican Americans. And it's no problem. Everybody accepts it, and it's looked on as, and it's celebrated with open arms. Why we don't have it, man? Because we don't stick together and make them respect us as a people, because we don't stick together and respect ourselves as the kings that we are, man. That's the shit we got to start forcing us to remember and forcing them to respect. That's the shit these young kids doing out here, man. That's why it's killing us as a whole, man. Like, man, black people, we always been a spiritual people, man. When it start being okay to disrespect the dead, man. When it start we smoking on dead people, what the fuck is that? Man, that shit start becoming cool, man. Like we gotta get some substance back in this as a people, man. As a people, man. Like, man, that's all. I just wanted to push some knowledge today on Pac's 50th birthday. That's what his brother pushed about, man. That's what his revolution was about, man. Was about our people, man. Let's keep waking these brothers up, man. We can't give up on them, man. These shorties is lost, and they keep giving us these feminine men as black men to look up to. If you're a masculine black man, you're a threat. That's the propaganda they push out there, man. So they trying to feminize our black men, man. Fuck that shit. We gotta fight for masculine black men to be able to stand up with his fucking back straight, man. Like, seriously. Kwame Brown's not out here tripping, man. He keeping it a buck. Let's keep it going, folks. Yak, Chicago's finest. Pac. Rest in peace, my man. And we out.